All right, Iggy, this is so important. This is a big game, so you cannot drop this, okay? All right, here we go. Victory, puppies, Iggy! Oh my God, come on! If you're gonna drop it, it's gotta be all in one bite, and you got crumbs all over the floor. Devin Levi would never. But you're still a good boy. Off to the semis, baby! Canada wins 3-0 over the Czech Republic. There's no Dominic Hasek to save you this time. And Wayne Gretzky wasn't on the bench for this one either. Steve, why don't you let go of events that happened before anybody on this Canadian World Junior team was born? Hey, that's a great suggestion. I got one for you. Why don't you mind your business? I gotta say, this was a great game, but yesterday was just a great day of hockey. It made me so excited for the NHL season. The States versus Slovakia, I got a 6-month-old, I'm not gonna lie, that was a little bit past my bedtime, but I watched Germany, Russia, Finland, Sweden was a fantastic game, and I watched all of this one too. And what did we get in this tournament that is on the brink of disaster and needs to completely reorganize and get rid of half the teams? Little screen cap from tsn.ca. Russia beats Germany 2-1. That's a 1-goal win because math. Finland beat Sweden 3-2 after overcoming a 2-0 deficit, and they scored with less than 30 seconds left to win it. That's a 1-goal win because math. Canada 3-0 against the Czechs. That's a 3-goal win, but one of them was an empty netter. And the States 5-2 over Slovakia. That's a 3-goal win, but one of them was an empty netter. Germany gave the Russians all that they had, like everybody worth listening to said that they would. We know why they lost 16-2 to Canada. They were missing 5 people. Tim Stützle played 64 minutes in a 60-minute game. JJ Peterka only played 58 because they're resting him. The Czechs suffered a blowout too in the round robin. And they also shut out Russia for the very first time ever. And when it comes to the final 8 all-elimination games, when it matters the most, every one of the 4 games was close. Whoa, we're being a little loose with our definition of close, aren't we? The States outshot Slovakia 43-18. Are we gonna call that close? Alright, I'm sorry, did everyone start watching hockey for the first time in their lives on Boxing Day? Like you've never seen a game or several thousand before where a team was outshot 50-12 and still won somehow? Listen, there was a time in this sport where scoring a goal was gosh darn near impossible, and if you were down 2 goals with about 90 seconds left, you were done. But in 2020, scratch that, 2021, in a junior tournament, 90 seconds is an eternity. Did anyone else see the 3rd period of Germany-Switzerland? That was fun. Or any Leafs game ever? I don't care if you're getting outshot 43-18. If you're down 2 goals, all you gotta do is make the shots 43-20. 2 shots. That's all it would have taken Slovakia to get into overtime against the United States, and that's all it would have taken the Czech Republic to go to overtime with Canada, until Connor McMichael buried the empty netter mercifully. I definitely thought Canada was the better team. I mean, I have eyes, but they weren't so head and shoulders above the Czech Republic that it was ridiculous to even play. Case in point, Canada has typically scored in the first 2 minutes in their game so far, in their first 4 at least, but we're over 8 minutes into this one, and not only have the Czechs held Canada off the score sheet, they've held them to only 2 shots and are outshooting them 3-2. Until Connor McMichael, with the defensive zone pickoff, flips it, like Free Willy in the air to Dylan Cousins. And good decision by McMichael. That's who I would have passed to as well. Very good. Dylan Cousins on a breakaway. If you're a goaltender in this tournament, that is a recipe for a bad day. Shoots! Oh, so close to a stop, but it goes in. Malik's so close, and who knows if he makes that save. Locks in the momentum for the Czechs. They're a fiery bunch. Oh, could have changed the game. But Dylan Cousins, who I couldn't have praised enough in the last video, continues to get it done. It's 1-0 Canada. Almost right after you notice the physicality take a jump. The Czechs aren't going to take this. What they are going to take is a needless penalty. Then on the broadcast, they said how bad the Czechs' penalty kill has been, and right away I'm like, Canada is not scoring on this power play. Canada's power play is good. The Czechs' penalty kill is bad, but because you said it, it's not happening. But as soon as the penalty was killed, Canada, with a bunch of chances, a flurry, they got the Czechs flopping all over the place. Bowen Byram rips it. Ooh. You know, I didn't like exactly how Canada was playing defense at the beginning of this tournament, but with each passing game, Bowen Byram gets better and better. He looks like a star. He looks NHL ready. How is he on the Avalanche? How are half of the players in this tournament on the Avalanche? Seriously, I could cut the broadcast off. They're always like, here's Timmy Puck coming down the wing. He's a great prospect for Colorado, I know! know! Brilliant Joe Sakic got Timmy Puck in the 7th round, I know! Stupid Timmy Puck. But how quickly about 4 minutes changes a hockey game. Now Canada has a 2-0 lead over the Czechs. And the Czechs actually out shooting Canada in the opening frame, but I didn't quite feel like that. You ever look at the shot clock for a game that you're watching and go, I don't believe you? Then Canada outshot the Czechs 11-6 in the second period. That I believed. Canada looked dominant then, but Malik holding the Czechs in it. They're doing a good job defending, but they need to generate some offense. They're down 2 here. And in the third period, they actually do, and Canada's composure cracks a bit. And that is when Devin Levi, who was the player of the game, I don't care what anybody says, started to shine. This guy is unbelievable. The Czechs flipped the script on Canada. 11-6 are the shots in the third period. One of those 6 was against an empty net. Honestly, maybe the first period of the tournament where you could say Canada wasn't exactly the best team. Or can you? Because they did their job. They won. McMichael getting the empty netter, the Czechs pulling the goalie with like 30 minutes left in the third period. And it almost worked, and the Czechs never gave up. There was an amazing interception in their own zone. That should have been the game right there, and it wasn't. Close call with the Czechs jamming the puck at the side of the net. That's a save Levi didn't have to make, thank goodness. But it just feels like over the last decade or so, there's been goaltending controversies for the Canadian World Junior team. A goalie will have a shaky game. They'll go to the other one. He'll have a shaky game, and you don't actually know who the starter is. Devin Levi is the starter for Team Canada. He's rock solid. You can trust him in any game, any situation. And Canada pulls out the win, and oh, do they have a challenge in front of them. They get Russia in the semis while the States take on Finland. Questions. Leaf prospects. Who has had the best World Junior so far? Well, how about Roni Hirvonen with the huge goal after I called him out for not finishing? You knew Akhtimov wasn't really going to play. Abramov, I wish, played a lot more. And Amirov, I wish I saw more out of. I wonder if he's going to have a big game against Canada. Hirvonen, obviously, with the big goal. I really like Mikko Kokkonen against the Swedes, actually. But Topi Niemela is clearly one of the better players in this tournament. I love his game. Everyone's talking about how he can generate offense and everything, and that's good, but people go, yeah, his size, it doesn't seem to hold him back. Like, he's willing to hit anybody. Where does this team rank in all-time teams? This team is so dominant. You can rank them wherever you want. If they don't win gold, no one cares. No one's going to remember them. Or you remember them as the team that should have won gold, you know? Beat Russia, go to the gold medal game, play whoever you're going to play there, then we have that conversation. What NHL prospects have stood out to you outside of the Leafs organization? Zegras for the States and Podkolskin for Russia are so good. Soderblom obviously had the pair of nice goals for Sweden, but Lucas Raymond, he was dominant. And until he got that really nasty cross-check in that game against Finland, he looked unstoppable. Stützle is obviously NHL ready, and I kind of wonder if JJ Peterka is too. He looks real good. Askarov, you can tell, is going to be very good, but goalies, it's weird. He's not quite there yet. So, what'd you think of this one? Let me know in the comment box down below, but for now, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe. If you really liked it, tell all your friends. Canada's going to the semis.